Within the Murata RTX software platform, Fusion Analytics allows for the co-registration of planning CT, MR, dose, diagnostic CT, and either PET-CT or SPECT-CT datasets. As seen here, a planning CT from January of 2010, an MR study from December of 2009, and a PET-CT study from December of 2009 have been loaded and co-registered automatically, first utilizing rigid fusion, then afterwards implementing modality-specific deformable fusion algorithms. Each modality series, when displayed alone, will be presented in its original format, with only the crosshair locations being deformably registered. However, when displayed in a screen layout exhibiting a fused view, the overlaid series will present in their altered format as deformed into the space of the planning CT. Note as well that a layout can be configured to display all the datasets fused together, and that each can be disabled independently to present the fusion of the desired 2 or 3 datasets. In this case, note that not only do we have the T1 transaxial MR series loaded and co-registered with the planning CT and PET-CT, but that all of the MR series for this patient study are loaded simultaneously. The sequence displaying the desired anatomic or physiologic information can be chosen from within the program after having been co-registered with the planning CT. This feature for multi-sequence MR and multi-phase CT eliminates the need for loading and unloading of data to determine which sequence or phase will provide the desired information. The feature also allows for the use of 4D CT and PET datasets. Now with the data all co-registered, the physiologic uptake in the PET series can be highlighted. Notice that since the data is co-registered, the structure automatically populates to all the co-registered series. Once the lesion has been segmented out on the PET study, the structure can be altered in any of the other series, namely the planning CT. In this case, the MR study or the CT from the PET-CT study could also be utilized to create a structure, which will again automatically populate to the planning CT for visualization and editing. Once a single structure or multiple structures have been created, they can be given a name, description, and/or an interpreted type, and then be exported to the treatment planning system. In addition, the resampled series that have been deformably co-registered to the planning CT can be exported to the TPS or back to the Murata application launcher for later storage or export.